Hi everybody, exciting day today because a paperback copy of my new book arrived and I couldn't wait to fill in today's entry. So I thought I'd just go through very briefly and explain what you'll find in the book and share a little bit about how I've been using it. So it starts with an introductory section which just gives you some information about what Nature Connection is, some of the benefits, and some places where you can find some more resources. So I've got a website with some blogs about things like how to get over some of the barriers to Nature Connection and some suggested activities. There's even a 30-day challenge that you can try. So there's 30 different activities that you can dip into or do the whole challenge if you like. There's also YouTube videos, and again, those go through some Nature Connection practices. There's also some meditations, lots of things, particularly for people who maybe aren't able to get terribly far outdoors. So one of the great things is that you get all of the benefits without having to go very far from your home. So you really don't have to. In fact, you can get benefits from Nature Connection actually from listening to recorded bird song or looking at pictures of nature. There are scientifically proven benefits from doing that. So yes, so there are some videos which you can actually use as part of that Nature Connection experience, or watch the video and actually go and try it for yourself. There's also some practices on my SoundCloud channel as well. So there's links to that in the introduction. And then I've put 7 of these Nature Connection ideas into the journal. So you can try these, you can adapt them or not as you choose. And there's also an example journal page that I've filled out. So I've just given my entry from the 28th of December. So that's that. And then there's plenty of space for actually entering your own journal entries, and there's some prompts. So before I was doing this, actually the story behind how this book came into being, and I was doing my usual kind of morning meditation, spiritual practice, and it just occurred to me that I would really like a prompted journal to fill out my Nature Connection practice with. And I find with prompts, it gets me out of the door. Some days, especially if you're feeling a bit low, actually getting out the door can be a bit of a challenge. So I find even if I'm just going out and putting my nose out the door to see what the weather's like, it's really good. Usually, even if I've only the intention to do that or just to get out for 5 minutes, I find actually I'm drawn out for longer. It's good even just to set a small intention to just get outside a little bit every day. So I decided to put this together. So it's been put together in the winter. So the prompts for this edition are geared towards things that are easy to do in the winter. So observing the night sky, observing moon phases and things like that. Obviously in the summer, unless you're up at silly o'clock or staying up till very, very late, those things get a bit harder, and only a sort of passionate astronomer would do this. So I've hope to have editions that will carry you through the year to come out soon. So watch this space. But yes, so today's pages. So you can see I filled out things about. I went out at just after sunrise, or no, actually no, just before sunrise this morning. Lovely and quiet. Still quite a lot of traffic, which is surprising during the lockdown. But and then after sunset, I went out as well. I did observe as well in the middle of the day, but so not for very long. And we had a lovely encounter with a fox on a shed roof in a neighbour's garden. It's an urban garden, so there's lots of kind of urban wildlife, sort of parakeets and magpies and blackbirds and things. There were four or five ducks flew over this morning just before sunrise as well. They were rather noisy about it. So I've included all of that, all those kind of encounters and things about being aware of a sense, what I could smell, all those sorts of things, and things that kind of caught my interest. So the branches of the trees I was paying particularly close attention to, so that's why I drew a picture of a tree that was above the rooftops. So, and yes, just on this page I've also allowed space for things like and you can use it, there's a blank space, so you can use it any way you like, but I've suggested that you might like to use it for things that you're grateful for, or poems, stories, anything creative, but yes, things you're grateful for, and maybe ways that you've given service back to nature. So there's a prompt to sort of maybe think about kind of giving back, and it being a sort of a two-way process, even if it's just something as simple as giving thanks, or looking up something about a particular issue affecting nature, or doing something for a charity, or just raising awareness, or signing a petition or something. All sort of ways of just giving back. Yeah, well, I really hope that if you do get the book, that you have many happy adventures, and I'd absolutely love to see some of your journal entries and the ways that you've managed to be creative and what you've done with it. So